Alright, quick update on KDA. So we've had another harsh push down since our last video. In the last video we talked about the fact that we are in this descending triangle right now, and we're also forming a bearish pennant on the higher time frames. If I zoom out, you can see from the 3rd of April we've been in this big bearish pennant to the downside, and yesterday we tried to break above the top of this, but you can see all of the daily closes on the daily candles are just in or below the resistance right now on this descending triangle. So we are currently getting stuck in this. We're once again being pushed down, and it's not really good what we're seeing right now, because you know the momentum indicators are still very much in the favor of the bears. Now in some cryptos like Bitcoin for example, you have these bearish moves to the downside, but you can see these dark red candles coming in, meaning that the bears are losing momentum, and that's why we can see Bitcoin and a few other cryptos reversing. If you look here, you can see this almost perfectly called the bottom. So this momentum indicator here, the squeeze moment, normally calls these bottoms very well, and so far it hasn't flashed at all. In fact, we're seeing an increase in bearish momentum. So I'll give you an update when this does finally flip back to the upside, but do bear in mind in the lower time frames we are heading right back down into this. Now depending on how you draw it, you can draw it like this on the daily, but when you come over to the 4 hour, you can see we've got these big wicks to the upside. So I mean, you could draw it like this if you want to draw it on the 4 hour, and then if you're looking at it on the 4 hour, then instead of a bearish pennant with a horizontal floor, you can see we've got this bear flag that you could also argue that we are in. So if we come over to the daily, I mean, we can keep them like that just for novelty purposes, but you can see, I mean, we're in a downtrend right now. The channel is very strong. We're pushing once again to the bottom, and I've highlighted this in a few videos. You can see we keep on emming out for Kadena, so we're not looking the greatest right now. I think the lower time frames, we recently had an M that took us down. I mean, the most recent one I can see here is we've got some M pattern here, and then, you know, it looked like we tried to W out and then we just completely landslided. So Kadena, in the macro perspective, if we zoom out, you can see we're really on our last legs right now. This is the absolute last level I can draw, and once again this is when we're giving Kadena the benefit of the doubt, because we're drawing this 786 fib from the candle body close up here, and even so we're coming right down to the last level in the sand, which is this 786 Fibonacci. So whether you want to call this, you know, a breakdown of the 786 fib, or whether you'd prefer to think of it as a breakdown from this descending triangle, either way, if we do fall out the bottom of this base, and the base is coming in at $5.37, basically where we're at right now, then you could see a big move to the downside for Kadena. I don't necessarily think this price target would hit. This would be calling for a move all the way down to $2.80. That would be a nasty drop. I don't necessarily think we'll go that low though. I think that is a little bit too much to ask. I think it's more likely we come back down to these lows. I've been saying this since I started covering Kadena. I think we were up here the start of April time, so it's been a couple of weeks we've been covering this now. About a week ago, it was the 8th of April, we just started falling out of this previous bull flag / ascending channel that we were in, and we were talking about this move down to $4.39. That is still on the table in my opinion. We were calling for a 31% drop. Currently we're down about 16% or so, so we still do have a little ways to go. With the way the chart's looking right now, I'm kind of still assuming that this 18.5% drop to the downside to finish off this 31% move is going to be on the table, but nonetheless I'll give you an update when we decide what happens. The apex of this triangle / bearish pennant is on the 23rd of April, so if we manage to have a strong push out of this channel and start to backtest some support and start heading off to the races, then so be it. We do need to get back above, let me find it, yeah, we do need to get back above this kind of channel here. So if we push back up, you can see we've got strong resistance coming in here, and we've got strong resistance coming in here around about the $6.83. So I'd be looking for a push up there, a back test of 683, and then to keep on moving up in this greater channel until we see something like that. I probably am just going to sit on the sidelines for Kadena. I could consider a swing trade once I see the squeeze mom flip back to the upside. Because most of the time, you know, when this calls, when these dark red candles come in, you can see dark red candles came in on the 23rd of March. We saw a big push up from, you know, down here at $6 to up here at $8. So these momentum swings definitely work. The last time we had a momentum swing, we were up here at $7.10, and we swung all the way down to basically $5, and we're right now at $5.40. I'm still not seeing this swing come in. Like I said, if we do see that swing come in on the momentum, then I will give you an update, and it will be looking better for KDA. But until we see that, you know, we are kind of just chopping around in this triangle pattern. That is all I've got for you today. Keep your eyes on 540. It would be very devastating if we start falling below there. Specifically, like absolutely approximately $5.36 to $5.35. But yeah, anywhere below 540 anyway is not a good sign, which is at the price I'm recording as of the moment of recording this video. Like I said, that is all I've got for you today. Once again, not financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And as always, Cowboy out. Peace.